I'm Pat Roome. I manage the MRU Art Collection. The project is under Hunter White, Vice President of University Advancement. 4 years ago he asked me to take it over, and I've managed the art collection since then. What I'm going to show you today are some representative samples from the City of Calgary Civic Art Collection, part of their public art program. Some years ago we started a partnership with them, and it includes 13 pieces of work, aircraft paintings, in the Visit School of Business, and more recently another series of 12. We're going to look at a few today. What we're seeing here is a work by an artist, Calgary artist, Glen Semple. All of the Civic Art Collection have identification here, which shows what it is. So it shows his name, Glen Semple, the title, The Downtown Adventure, the date, 1996. This was a commissioned piece for the Downtown Business Association, and for years it hung at the airport at WestJet. Now Glen Semple is trained at the University of Calgary. He was mentored by John Hall. His work is what you call photorealism, pop art, and what Glen Semple is interested in is everyday objects, juxtaposing them in unusual ways, and here he plays with scale. So you will see that he has a jar which might have had pickles in it, much bigger than a tiny, tiny image of the City of Calgary buildings. This is a 1996 piece. As with all we're going to look at, each artist has a website, they're well known. Anybody interested further can see where he's gone since then. Various people would say that photorealism, the painter, this is an acrylic on canvas, actually can capture things like flowers better than the camera. We're going to move from here, which is at the East Gate in the mall. We're going to move to the West Gate, and we're going to look at a very different piece of work. By the artist Maureen, and she has given it the lovely title Patches of Brown, Patches Sky. It was done in 1980. This is one of Maureen Enns' early pieces of work. Her artist statement says it made her famous. What she did in this is she took two skyscapes and she juxtaposed them so that you get a surrealist feeling of it. It is acrylic on canvas. Maureen Enns is a long-time educator at the Alberta College of Art and Design, as are many of the artists in the collection that we have on home. But she's very interesting. Of all of them, she had a long-time career as an educator. She's a passionate environmentalist. From this project, she moved on to work on one of grizzly bears. So she had a series of books, she has a series of videos. She really partnered with Charles Russell. They went to Eastern Russia, they looked at grizzly bears, they adopted cubs, and out of it came a huge body of work. The goal was conservation, awareness, and she did acrylic, she did canvas, she did sketches. If you're interested, she has a massive website with a detailed look. We will move from this piece to a very different one, and we will go straight down and into the O wing. This piece is the work of Cran, Calgary-based artist, again an instructor at the Alberta College of Art and Design, and it was done in 1991. It's oil and acrylic on canvas, and it has an interesting title. If you look closely over here, it's Gray-Green Crowd number 2. He's very much interested in two things, photography and theater. So what he does is picks the positive and the negative of the camera, and he challenges your viewer to basically to look again, look differently. He himself is in Calgary. He is the president of the Stride Gallery. He's shown in, he's collected in every major gallery, the National Gallery in Ottawa, Glenville. He's had many scholarships, many awards. We picked this to hang his piece here for several reasons. Directly behind is the Faculty of Communication Studies, which of course perhaps plays with perception and reality, but definitely is involved with image and all the things. And although you don't get a good view of it walking down the hall, if you go through the communication, you can look back and see it. We're going to go outside through the doors and look at the next piece from above and then go down below. So we're going to go leave the O wing and go into the G wing. We'll stop here and look at the next piece from above and then go down below. It's a fabric artist and the wall hanging is below. And you can view it from here. The best thing to do is to go down the several sets of stairs around the corner and go up close to it, which we're going to do. This piece is the work of Wendy Toogood. Wendy Toogood is a fabric artist. She calls her work collage and drawing. And this piece is called Loop, and it is applique. It is done, as you can see there, in 1982. Wendy Toogood taught at the Alberta College of Art for over 30 years, recently retired. And as with the other artists, she's known internationally. She's very interested in using silk, felt, cotton, any kind of fabric, putting it together in all kinds of patterns. She doesn't use sewing machine, it's all hand stitched. Her artist statement says her work is much like African mask making. In this particular one, you can follow the loop. She asks that when her work is hung, it's not behind glass. We picked this location because it's sheltered from the light, it's not behind glass, and it refers in interesting ways to the sort of straight lines. Also, too, because she's an educator. What influenced Wendy Toogood was everyday objects and the female point of view, the feminist sensibility, and she's bringing that forward in all her pieces of work. We'll leave this and we'll just take a short walk down the hall to the next piece. This piece is by an artist, Kenneth. It is the oldest that I've shown you, 1960. It has a title, Circular Painting Number 17. He did lots of them. Kenneth Sturdy is the oldest of the artists, and for a long time he was the head of the Alberta College of Art and Design, and he mentored many, many Calgary artists. He's best known as an educator of artists, art education, and dearly loved and remembered. Of the artists we've looked at, he no longer lives in Calgary. This piece is unusual for many reasons. It's an example of modernism, of abstract impressionism, a movement that came right after World War II, and the work of the famous artist Jackson Pollock. So to explain this piece, this kind of work is often called pure painting. The artist simply is interested in process, and so as you can see from the label, enamel is used, acrylic is used, a variety of mediums. It's layered many, many times. And when Sturdy was doing this, he was interested in the process. It comes out of an intuitive experience and is an example then of abstract impressionism.